So what's up, everybody? How you doing? I miss Tell It Like It Is, and I'm going to tell it like it is. First of all, y'all, I'm tired. I'm tired, physically tired. But I'm pushing. You're seeing me in my natural form. No makeup, just me, little old me. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. Life is not easy. And sometimes it can beat you down. And majority of us, we're all soldiers because we keep moving, keep performing in this matrix called life. And why do we keep moving? Because we have no choice. If we don't move, if we don't work, then we will just not survive. And for majority of us, not surviving is not an option. Sometimes we get tired, but we don't give up because we are survivors. We are conquerors. We are soldiers. So we never give up. We keep pushing. We keep working. We keep pushing. We keep working. And sometimes through our pushing and our working, we feel like we're going in circles, like a dog chasing its tail. And sometimes we get discouraged in life. Sometimes we just want to just give up, but we can't. We got to keep pushing, y'all. We got to keep pushing. We can't give up. No matter how much we want to give up, we can't give up. And if you like me and you have a spirit of servitude, because I've always had this spirit of servitude, y'all. I've always tried to save people, animals, and I've always had the spirit of servitude, serving, helping. I've been doing it for many, many years. And when I couldn't save certain people in my life, I took it very hard. I took it very personal because the same way I have that spirit of pushing, I have that spirit of surviving, I have that spirit of not giving up. That same spirit I have when it comes to saving people. And so many. I tried to save. Some I saved and some I didn't. And I took it so hard because I wanted to. I wanted to so bad. But you know what came to me? I have to save myself. And sometimes, y'all, you have to realize the same thing in your life. You can't save everybody. You gotta save yourself. And I'm gonna tell you this little short story, y'all. You know, I recently moved, and maybe like 3 weeks before I moved, I found out I had to move because the taxes on the land wasn't paid. So I had no choice but to move, okay? But anyway, there was this big, beautiful, orange feral cat. And this cat came and saw me every day. And even though he was feral, he was a wild cat. He had a good personality. He tried to warm up to me. He tried to come to me, but he was so scared. I respected his boundaries, y'all. Okay. I began to feed him, give him water. And a part of me in my spirit, I wanted to save this cat. I don't know why, y'all. I've seen so many cats. And I never had in my spirit to save any stray cats, but this cat, y'all, I wanted to save this cat, okay? Because it was something different about this cat spirit. It was something so different about this cat. So I began to feed it. Like I said, give it water. Even though I moved, I still go by. I give this cat water. I give this cat food. And this is an agency I know. It's a lady. She's with the welfare of saving pets, you know. They have classes to teach you how to trap cats, get them shots for donations and, you know, whatever you could donate. But I wrote her and I told her about this cat, this orange cat. And she said to me, I could take a class, I could trap the cat and take the cat along with me to my new place. And y'all, I'm not lying. I've been so tired. And I'm tired now. I'm exhausted. I let her know I can't do it. You know, I can't because I'm tired. I'm too tired. But all I could do is feed this cat, give this cat water. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. What's the moral to this story? Sometimes, y'all, you want to save people, you want to save animals, but sometimes you got to know when to stop and save yourself. And that's what I'm doing, y'all, because I know I'm sounding tired as hell. But I'm just tell like it is. My channel's reality. Y'all not gonna always see me looking spruced up, makeup. Some days you're gonna see me like this, okay? And I'm not ashamed because I'm all about dealing with reality. I'm not ashamed to let people see that I get tired because I'm representing majority of people in this world because we all get tired. We all have days that we're not gonna always be fixed up. We're not gonna always be glamorous. A lot of us don't let nobody see them days, but what do I have to hide for? See, when you love yourself, you don't give a damn about what other people think. Even when people see you without makeup, even when people see you tired, I have a message to get across, and that message is it's okay to be normal. Every day ain't gonna be a glamorous day. Every day ain't gonna be a high energy day. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna get exhausted sometimes. You're gonna get weary, but you gotta keep pushing. And you gotta love yourself no matter what. Makeup, no makeup. High energy, no energy. You gotta love yourself, people. You got to love yourself. Nothing wrong with helping others. Nothing wrong with saving, trying to help people. But you can't save nobody, y'all. You can't save nobody. You can only help them. But you got to work on you. Save you. Okay? Save you. Save yourself. Okay? That's right. Save you. And when you're comfortable, when you love yourself, you'll learn to save yourself and not try to save the world, okay? I kid you not, y'all. I tried to save so many people in my past. And one young lady, I really worked hard to save her. She had her mental issues, and I reached out to her. At one point, she became homeless. And even though, y'all, even though I just really didn't have a whole lot of money, I helped this lady, this young lady, get a place to stay. And I took my hard-earned money, and I'm not trying to get brownie points, y'all. I'm just telling you, I took my hard-earned money and I turned on her lights. I paid off her old bill to turn on her lights at the new place. I helped her with her deposit. I paid her deposit. And even though where I put her, it was, very low income, it was a place for her. It was a place for her children. And all I wanted her to do was save herself. I did my part. She had two beautiful children. And they were my grandbabies. And I raised both of them little kids when I wasn't working on the weekend. Starting Friday, I would take those kids and I thought one of the kids was the little girl was my grandbaby, which she still is. And this young lady I worked so hard to help, she got involved with this other guy, and they went to Alabama, and this young man was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, and the kids got taken away in the system. I had 4 years with the little girl, 2 years with her brother. I had both of these babies out when they were newborns. To the point the little girl, she started calling me mama when she started to walk. And I kept saying to her, no, I'm not mama, I'm grandmama. When this young lady went to Alabama, the system took her kids. That was the hardest for me. My channel deals with grief, and I'm dealing with grief right now. This young lady, she asked me, could I get her babies from out of the system? So I took off from work and I drove to Alabama, to Ozark, Alabama. I put a petition in at the courthouse for those children. And I stayed on that case for a whole year doing video visitation with those babies. I took my son to Alabama to get a DNA test where it proved that the little girl was not my biological granddaughter, but it didn't matter, y'all, because I was still willing to take her and her brother. She called me grandma, and I will always be grandmother. Always. Well, getting back to the story, y'all, I spent a whole year video visitation. And then this girl's mother stepped in. And this girl turned on me, and she didn't want me to have the kids. And she became threatening my family. And I made the hardest decision in my life. And that was to let go of those babies that knew me as their grandmother. And I love them, and I still do, and I pray for them. And it still hurts. And my channel deals with grieving, y'all. No matter how much I grieved, I had to keep moving. Even though I'm always praying for them, and I'll always love them. And I pray one day I'll get to see them again. And they're my grandbabies still. But what happened, the grandmother, after a whole year of visitation, stepped in and wanted them. Well, anyway, she ended up dying, and the kids ended up in the system. I got off the case, and I couldn't get the kids, y'all. So wherever they're at, I love them. And I never gave up on them. I never did. And I just hope they're happy. But what's my message? My message is how I tried to save the mother of these children. I had to let go. I couldn't save her. I had to save myself. And a lot of times, y'all, you have to save yourself. You have to save yourself, okay? And one day I'll see those babies again. They'll be much older. But if they were ever to see me, I would want them to know that I love them. I never gave up on them. I just respected the mother and her mother's wishes, and I got off the case. But I remember I told the little girl, y'all, and she was 4, I told her, if the days you never hear from me, know that I'm always thinking about you. I love you. It's been It's been 6, well, no, longer. 5 years now. 5 years I haven't seen them. 5 years. But I'll see them again one day, y'all. I miss telling like it is. Hello to reality. Hello to not always glamour. Hello to real emotions. Real life stories. Even though I still miss them and I love them and I grieve, I keep moving, y'all. And you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving. Take care of Miss Tell It Like It Is. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Um, like, share, comment, whatever. You don't have an option. Don't give up. Keep moving, y'all. Tulu.